Hi, I'll cover the directory structure of the wedding theme. First, we are going to looking at the files, and then later on we'll cover the directory structure. So the most important part of the Jekyll theme is the index.html. This is the landing page, and it holds basically the different parts, what's so called partials of the uh, of the Jekyll theme. So this is basically what renders the landing page. uh, I'll come back to the content of inside of the index.html. I'll be explaining the rest of the files now. uh, this is the config file, and the config file holds the parameters which tells Jekyll to use some plugins and the website URL. So here we have the URL of our website. That's where we can access the that's where we can access our uh, theme. Uh, we are not using the default Jekyll markdown. We are using K markdown. It has got lot more features than GitHub pages markdown. Here are some couple of gems we are using. They are also called plugins. Jekyll sitemap is used for creating the .xml sitemap.xml, which Google search uses to index our website so that it reflects more in the searches. Jekyll feed is basically to create the RSS feed so that our customers or users can uh, subscribe to our website, and they can get notifications for changing content. Jekyll paginate is actually to generate the pagination. So we might have couple of hundred of blog posts, and we need to break them down. So we have break down this to the 6 post per page. So this Jekyll paginate actually paginates. This is how we paginate basically. This is the URL. So we have blog, and then we will have the page, and then we will have number of the page. This is taken care of by Jekyll paginate, so we don't need to worry. And the final part of our config file is permalinks. This is permalinks, sorry. This is basically how the title, how the URL would look like. So right now we just want our URL of a post to look, just have the title part in it. So for example, if the post name is Jack and Joel, then the URL of the post will be Jack hyphen and hyphen Joel's. I'll anyways cover this into the creating the post tutorial. Here is a gem file and gemlog file. Basically these hold our plugins. It is an easier way to install them. Like you just have to write gem install and simple command, and it will install all the gems required. This is git ignore file. You don't have to worry about it. It's just basically to ignore some of the unwanted files created by the editor. And in any ways you don't have to use editor, because you can directly add content from the GitHub repo. So I think that is a good way of writing posts. Now we'll come to the directory structures and the folders. So first and foremost, data basically holds the JSON files, the things that it can be of data kind. Like we use slider.image.json to hold our main slider blog post. It's basically just so right currently we are using 5 images in our main slider, we basically define its parameters: image, heading, subheading, and link to the post. So so we can manage it better. So we always make sure that we don't exceed the number of posts in the main slider we want to show. Otherwise we might exceed the number. So here is like better way of managing things. So we will be managing, I'll anyways cover this later on another tutorial. uh, uh, we got includes folder. This folder holds the partials in HTML files. What is a partial? Partial is a HTML code snippets which can be reused again and again. For example, the footer is common to landing page, the blog post page, archive, feature. So we have created the footer snippet and this is reused. So basically whatever is in include files, they are basically partials which can be reused again and again. We have got main slider, which is carousel. The featured is the slider with 3 images, small slider under the main slider. We got footer, we got head. Head is basically holds the CSS files for us, whatever fonts we want to include. We have got link archive back. Basically we are in archive page, we are linking back to the main. So it's just a small line which takes care. And navigation is the navigation bar, what you see, the first part, which holds our logo and company name and basically search bar. We have got pagination. This is basically to how the pagination will look like. Post row, how a single post row in the blog post, in the list of posts would look like. Then we have got testimonial section. We are not using it, but we can use it if we want to. I'll be explaining layout part now. Layouts are the most important part. Basically these are this is what you see. So we have got default HTML and it basically is a default page. We have included the head and the navigation and whatever the content we want to show into it, and the footer. So it's very simple layouts. We have got this for showing our layouts. We got post layout, which basically show how a post would look like. So this is how our post would look like. We will have the header, the navigation, the page title, very block one. Then we'll have page title and description and its content. Then we'll show the pagination. Basically this is then we'll be showing the link to the previous post and the next post, and and basically finally it ends with the footer. We got these archive and tag pages are to show archive post. So there's not really much difference, just we include the archive in the header, and the same goes with the tag page. The post is to keep your blog post. You can just go here, upload a new post, or create here only. I have created a proper detailed documentation about it, on how to add new posts, how to mark them as featured post, and how to tag them into different categories. So this you can refer the documentation back. Site is basically generated by Jekyll. It basically watches all the content in the directory, and whatever changes, it basically generates a static part of it, so we don't have to get bothered about it. It just auto created content. Archives is basically uh, the archiving. We haven't used plugin for it because the plugin makes it very difficult for the to add archives, and that is basically too much of magic happens in archives. So we have created our own way of doing archives. It doesn't have anything really, it's just an index file with only font matter. So if you have to create, for example, for 2006 archive or 2012 archive, then you just create a folder with that year, and then you create index.html file, and then you just mention this font matter where you will be changing the year. This is the simplest way of adding archives, no plugins required. And this is asset folder. This holds our images, our fonts, our libraries, our size SAS files, and the only file we have, which is script.js for JavaScript. This is basically to run our main slider and feature slider, and basically this is the only JavaScript we are using. We have got blog. This is what is we use to show blogs, like 6 blogs per page, and then we got this pagination included. We only include pagination if the blog posts are more than 6. So that means there are more than 1 pages of blogs. So you will only see the pagination part if you have got uh, blogs more than 6. Then we have contact page. Simple. We have used default as our layout, and this is basically the contact page. Tags is again like blogs. It just shows based on the tags, and we so like now right now this is generated by the uh, library, so you don't have to worry about it. It you don't have to worry about this. This is taken care of directly. The So whenever you include a tag in a new tag is generated here. Thank you very much. This is all I'll be covering in this one.